Okay, so first impressions for the POR-15 Super Starter Kit. Look at that. I was really getting tired of looking at rust down there. That is so much nicer. So what I did was, I ended up that little holder, I made it a bit bigger, getting off all the rust that wasn't holding on, just you know, went away with a little screwdriver on the edges, then wire brushed the whole thing here really well down. Gonna attempt to get a head under here because this is where a lot of it was really done. That up there was the easy part. This was the hard part. Now just to give you a look, this is the first coat of POR-15. I did the whole 3-step process of, get a look up there, of the whole thing. It's still wetter on there, but I applied the most there, which is kind of a bad idea. And this is just a first impressions. This isn't a review. This isn't a, you know, an official how-to. This is not a how-to at all, so don't watch this if you're looking to get a how-to. I will make a separate video for how-to, but just to take a look at the, just take a look at the Super Starter Kit, which I did an unboxing for a couple days ago. You get these pair of gloves. I had a whole, definitely the biggest thing about this is make sure you have all your prep stuff, everything you could possibly need, and have it all set. They give you this, they give you a small little brush which fits really well. I had extra gloves. I had, let's see, where'd all that stuff get to anyways? Sort of started taking it off because it took a little while to dry, but they give you the brush, 2 brushes, one like this and one more like this. Give you a set of gloves and the 3 containers and the instructions, which are very detailed. Definitely go over these and read them. So first what you do, got the number 1, the Marine Clean, which is to clean and degrease everything. I've heard people use the this just on its own without the POR-15 for cleaning. It's apparently really good. Well, I'll just show you right here. I got this here. Look what it did to the cup. I poured this into a plastic cup just so I would have it. It didn't take, I mean, you want to work fast with this if you're going to do what I did. I probably won't repeat this with this because I poured it in the plastic cup and it just, yeah, it was really fast. And this stuff definitely was the most, I'd say, volatile stuff. I would be very careful about getting this on you or breathing this in. Just work at a good pace with it, but work fast. And don't put it in a plastic cup because that won't work. And definitely don't, don't accidentally kick it over. Not that I would ever do anything like that, but just a tip, just in case. So this stuff did work really well. Really, I mean, I sand brushed it and wire brushed everything in the area I was going to do it in, wiped it down, and then I painted this on with the brush that I picked up myself. I didn't use the one provided, but just get extra brushes, get extra gloves, make sure you have plenty of those on you, and keep paper towels and/or a rag nearby. And you put that on. I put that on pretty well. It went on really nice. Gave it a little while, and then I got this. Isn't even warm anymore, but this was hot at the time, and I sprayed it off with this. Now the tricky thing was they intend you to do it on like right here where you can easily get it. No problem. I can get water in there. I was upside down, so that was pretty tricky. I had goggles on. I had a mask on, a long sleeve shirt, and the gloves over the shirt, so there was no chance of any skin exposed, and I was moving very slowly, very cautiously. And this stuff, like I said, this stuff worked really well. Then, and this is my only complaint with the starter kit, you get number 2, the Prep and Ready. This also worked really well. It went on very nicely. Now, it was kind of contradicting because I looked at the video that Eastwood has for this, like just a mock video. They actually tell you to follow the instructions, but in the video they actually told you just to spray this on and give it a ½ hour to dry. Well, the instructions actually tell you to spray it on and keep it wet for 15 to 20 minutes. So that's what I did, and then I also sprayed it off with warm water after that time was up. And the surface there is just really solid. I mean, it was really nice. I think these products, people do use them on their own, but they're just on their own. They're good products, so that's really nice to know. And my only gripe with this is, you see, I got a spray on this. This did not come with this. It's funny because the directions clearly state to. They tell you to brush on everything else, but they tell you to spray the Prep and Ready on. And I was like, well, all right, how am I supposed to spray it on if I don't have a nozzle to spray it on with? So luckily I had ordered a gun cleaner for my bed liner, but I didn't need the spray part of the gun cleaner. So I just took that off, cut it to the right shape, and sprayed this on, and it worked great. I mean, this was beautiful. If you can find just a, I mean, I'm sure you can get these for like $1 at the dollar store, and just throw away the bottle, cut the tube on the inside, and lock this in. I mean, this is perfect. This looks like it should have come like this, as if this shipped with a package. It did not. This was completely separate. They did not give me a nozzle to spray everything. That's my only complaint about the Super Starter Kit. Other than that, the directions were very straightforward. Everything worked just like you think it would. Everything went together very well. Like I said, if you were going to do this yourself, this isn't a guide, but definitely be careful with this stuff. Do not put it, probably put it in like if you got like a plastic, maybe that's not a good idea. Something solid, but something that you won't need to reuse later. I would put this in probably not a plastic cup, but more like maybe something glass or a small container, because you're not gonna be able to really get the brush. You definitely want to pour this into something else, and then see if you can find something makeshift like this. This really worked easy for me. I would recommend this for someone else. Find a makeshift one and make your own little spray nozzle for this. And I'll probably keep this for this, and this worked really well. Like I said, it was just funny that didn't come with it. Now you can't really see it, but in here is the POR-15. It's a 4-ounce container that comes with a super starter kit. It definitely said, it told me twice to not shake but mix, and mix very thoroughly. So that's what I did. I actually used the other end of the cut-off spray nozzle that I'd used to actually mix it. So I opened this up. I had everything ready because I've heard that this stuff is very messy and it's very difficult to reseal. And a lot of people have, only used half and then lost the rest because it's not very easy to reseal, and that's just the nature of the product. But I took it out, cleaned off the top. I put the stick into, Begin Mixing. I moved it over. I cleaned off around the surface. I mixed it up real good. And then I poured it into a Dixie cup, which worked very well. I'd recommend that just a bit because I was only using a small portion of it. And it does. I've heard it goes a long way, and it seems to have gone a long way. I used, only not even a quarter of what was in that 4-ounce container in here, and I filled up the Dixie cup I had, and it worked great. I still have some more in there that's Glad wrap, and I'm about to go put on the second coat. But I mixed it up, poured it in. I cleaned off the top of this. I put press and seal. I'd really recommend this. I don't know how else it's going to work. I mean, I'll get back to you on it. But I put press and seal. This is what I've heard other people do. Right over the top, cleaned off real good, press and seal, closed it up, put the top back on, hammered it on, and immediately put it in this bag and ziplocked the bag. And it tells you to keep it in the in a refrigerator for longer shelf life. And I will definitely be doing that. I'm just keeping this out here just on the off chance that I don't have enough to put on a second coat. I need to pour some more. But this is exactly what I did. It couldn't get much more sealed than this, so that's what I recommend you doing if you're not going to use the full 4-ounce container. Like, I'm just doing a small job now, but if this goes well, which I can already tell it's going well, I'm definitely going to be doing more. So here's that Dixie cup that I put the POR-15 to. I actually poured it in and just marked out the need to. Again, if you're using Dixie cups like me and you're going to be crawling around underneath the car moving stuff, don't leave it somewhere where you can kick it over. Again, not that I would do anything like that, but just in case you kick something over and you don't mean to, be very careful with that. And this stuff, I have all reports, and I can confirm this. It goes on kind of thin, but it goes on very well. It wasn't too drippy, as long as you're not, splashing it on. Just do nice thin coats, kind of brush it on where you need to, kind of dab and dip, and then, back and forth motions. And yeah, be careful because it's messy. That's the nature of it. It didn't come out too bad for me, but definitely be careful. Be smart. Don't get any on you. And yeah, it's already looking really good. I'm about to go put on the second coat right now. I've let it dry for about 45 minutes. And it's, like they say, not quite finger dry, but sort of like, I think tacky dry is the term they use. And yeah, so as far as first impressions go, the POR-15, the Marine Clean, and Prep and Ready's 3-step process, very good. Only downside, again, like I said, this spray did not come with it. They tell you to spray, but they don't give you provide one to actually use in the starter kit, which is a bit of a miss. But other than that, this is going really well. I'll definitely be making a actual review video on this and probably end up doing everything else.